Now, to talk more about battling the debt crisis, I'm joined by Kiviniemi, the Prime Minister of Finland. Thank you so much for joining us. We were just speaking actually earlier on with President Trichet, who says, well, he doesn't really want to say if he's backing this idea that the EFSF could buy direct bonds, but he says certainly everything is possible at the moment. What exactly would be your preferred, idea at the moment on that?
I think we have to together find a good solution to this situation. Actually, the situation has improved when we compare it to the one a couple of weeks ago. So it has stabilized a bit. So in that sense, I think we have enough time between Euro countries and the whole youth level to think what is the best solution to calm down the financial markets.
I know we actually spoke to you just a couple of weeks ago, and it was interesting, talking about also your thoughts on the European Central Bank and Mr. Trichet yesterday really not being drawn into the debate of interest rates. But it's very clear that maybe the markets could have gotten ahead of themselves in expecting a rate increase sooner than we're going to get one.
That's actually in the hands of European Central Bank to decide the rate.
Prime Minister, we had this poll 2 days ago saying that we're concerned, or actually investors are concerned, 59% of the people we ask expect one country to leave the Eurozone in the next 5 years. How does that make you feel?
Never trust polls. So all the Euro countries and the whole European Union is ready to defend the Eurozone, and we are ready to find a solution to this situation. So in that sense, I'm not so worried about the result of that poll.
What's the mood like for a European leader here in Davos? Certainly a lot of the, do people come up to you and say, are you worried because I'm worried about where Europe is headed?
I think I'm waiting for very interesting discussions with many people who are attending this Davos meeting, and I think all of us are going to discuss how we will tackle this uncertain situation and this crisis. But I think that we are all rather positive. We have a positive attitude to this situation. So in that sense, I really have felt it already now that the views are much more optimistic than they were, for example, a couple of weeks ago.
And you say actually that the situation has stabilized in the last couple of weeks. Why do you think that? Is it the leaders that took more of a rein, or just market sentiment in general?
Market sentiment in general, but I also think that those measures which many Euro countries, especially those ones which are in the biggest troubles, like Portugal and Spain, what they have taken what comes to stabilizing their finances. So there is certainly need for more structural changes in those countries, but what they have done already now is very encouraging.
Prime Minister, we had that breaking news in the last 15 minutes about S&P cutting their credit rating on Japan. And here in Europe, we've talked a lot about credit ratings and about the rating agencies' role. Do we need to reform them?
I think this discussion which we have had has been a good one. So these rating agencies also have their responsibility. And I also think that when we look back to the financial crisis as a whole, they should have done their work in a better way. So in that sense, I think it's very good to discuss their role.
Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us today here
Thank you.
on Bloomberg.